Yo, you know that saying that's like, never assume it makes an ass out of you and me? Well, that saying is literally so dumb, dude, because like the reason humans are so much smarter than every other species is because we're able to simulate, certain circumstances or events. We're able to predict things, with a higher accuracy than any other species. So you should be making assumptions all the time. Like projections, simulations in your mind. Just seeing how, thinking about if I did this, what would happen, and making the best assumption you possibly can. I mean, basically everything's an assumption. I suppose math isn't really an assumption. Math is pretty concrete. It's 2 + 2 = 4. It's not really an assumption. It's more of a fact. But when it comes to love, relationships, career dreams and goals, even data, predictions and stuff, they're all assumptions. And going through life without making assumptions is, honestly, I think it's pretty dangerous, because you're just living without really predicting anything, without thinking about the future, the consequences of your actions, basically. Animals don't really think of the consequences of their actions. They just know that if they hunt something, or if they look for food long enough, they'll find it. But they're not able to strategize. If we take this approach, we might have a better way of finding food. More instinctual. So keep assuming, but also just analyze your assumptions. Make sure you're not making foolish assumptions. Make sure that your assumptions are grounded in fact and reason and logic. I think that's where the key is. I think we just unlocked it. Right? Assumptions are fine, but only when they are grounded in fact. If you're making assumptions based off of fantasies, or irrational thinking, or irrational dreams or goals, then they're probably not going to pan out. So that's my view on assumptions. Check out this beautiful view here. Just want to give you I want to make the the thumbnail of the video be something pretty and beautiful, not just my face. So hopefully, if I film this for long enough, that'll happen. So there you go. There it is. This is you can see Boston in the distance. I'm in Hull, Massachusetts. It's one of my favorite places to come in on the east coast of Massachusetts. Got lighthouses, got boats, got rocks and moss and more rocks. Some sand. I was actually at the bigger beach, and I ended up having to leave because it was so buggy. I moved places 4 times, and there were just bugs flying all around me, on me, crawling on me. They just and I don't mind bugs that much, but they were just they would not leave me alone. It seemed like they would just follow me wherever I went. Maybe I need to take a shower or something. But anyways, I'm gonna vlog again later today, so I'm gonna cut this video off now, and I'll see you some other time in space. Hey man, hey, do what you wanna do, man. For real. Hold on, man. Let me adjust this camera. See, this is what I want to do right now. I'm doing what I want to do. See, adjusting my camera because I need to, because I want to. Yo, do what you want to do, man. I see too many people, including myself. I observe too many people, I should say, and I observe myself. Not doing shit that I want to do because of what other people may think, or because of what I think. My inner criticisms in my head. Fuck, man, I be thinking about that shit way too much, and I see way too many people feeling the same way, I see way too many people, man. It's not doing shit that they want to do. They're why not do it, why not? Why not do what you want to do, man? You want to, listen to The Weeknd,
on repeat all day. Why not, man? It's like, it's what you want to do, man. Like, come on, now, y'all haven't heard me sing, but like, I got some pipes on me, bro. I ain't finna brag, but like, for real though, like, I'm learning how to sing. I'm in the process of learning how to sing, but because I can tell I have some natural ability there. I mean, my mother is a singer, so obviously there's some inherited talent inside me. But yeah, like most def, like I'm trained to be a singer right now, and my biggest inspiration thus far in terms of singing is most definitely The Weeknd. Love his singing style, love his note choice, and I really like, in order to learn how to become a better singer, I've been kind of like imitating him, because I forget who said it, but I think it might have been Mark Twain. I don't know, with all these quotes, like the names kind of get tumbled around sometimes, but somebody once said, and I think it's very wise, that good artists imitate good artists basically the point of the quote is that, like, if you want to be a good artist, you'll just kind of like take little things from other artists and like apply those to your art. If you want to be a great artist, when you're learning, you straight up just imitate. Like, you just try to replicate what they do, and then your own style will naturally come from that. So I figure, like, if I can learn how to sing like The Weeknd can, and like, that's pretty ambitious. The Weeknd is one of the greatest singers I think I've ever heard, honestly. He's definitely up there with like Sam Smith and Adele and Freddie Mercury, as I said in one of my previous vlogs. I think I definitely regard him, at least in my personal but also professional opinion, because I am a music professional. I mean, that is what I'm going to school for, after all. I do think The Weeknd is an amazing singer, and yeah, I'm trying to mimic his style, and through that learn how to sing, because like, I know, like, I'm a musician, so I understand like what notes to sing and like stuff like that. For me, it's more like just the technique, like learning how to actually sing and have it sound good, and like, I don't know how I just like completely changed the topic of this vlog, but let me go back to where I began. That's why I listen to The Weeknd all the time. I listen to The Weeknd all the time because, first off, I like the music, and I can relate with a lot of his lyrics. I can't relate to all of them because he's kind of a pimp, or at least he portrays himself as a pimp. Like, he does this often. He's having sex with women very frequently, which I can't really relate to, because like, I've been in like a pretty legit relationship for the last like year and a half now, so I'm not really pimping it out, but I can relate to a lot of the things he's saying about like the emotions that he's undertook and that he's been through and that he's overcame, and so that's one reason why I listen to The Weeknd. But another reason is because when I listen to The Weeknd, I typically sing along or like practice or listen to his technique and then try to replicate it with my own voice. Obviously, it doesn't sound as good when I do it, but practice makes perfect, right? I gotta practice so that it can sound as good, or at least somewhere in the ballpark, so I listen to The Weeknd all the time, and this is just an example, but like, people like kind of like bag on me sometimes, like, why you always listen to Weeknd, man? Like, let's try to listen to something else every now and then. And like, I do listen to other stuff, but I do also listen to The Weeknd a lot, just like I listen to Tame Impala a lot. I once tweeted. I got a Twitter also. There's no followers, except for like close friends, but like, because it's actually a private account, you have to ask to follow me, and I usually decline unless you're a close friend. But it's kind of like a storage bank of all my little like quotes and ideas and just like important things that are important and stand out to me in life. I just put them in like little word form. And I once tweeted that you should listen to what influences you. And if you're listening to some music and it's not really influencing you, it's not really like churning stuff in your brain, it's not like it's not making your blood run, it's not like, it doesn't excite you, doesn't influence you, then like, why are you listening to it? Like, try something different. And what I found is that when I find an artist who really, really like influences me deep down, like on a profound spiritual level, even like The Weeknd does, or Tame Impala, like I just go ham. Like, I just listen to them. I listen to everything they've ever made. I listen to their albums over and over again. Like, I know basically every word on every song of every Weeknd album, and same with Tame Impala. And like, I consider myself like a true like fan of theirs, So, but yeah, so basically, what I'm trying to say with this long-winded answer or spiel about whatever the fuck I'm talking about at this point is that, for me personally, if I want to listen to The Weeknd, I'm gonna listen to The Weeknd. And if you don't like it, or if you got something to say about it, or you want to criticize me, first of all, I don't understand why. Like, this is just like what I'm doing. Second of all, yeah, that's second of all. Third of all, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but yeah, basically, just like, do what you want. Don't think about what other people think, but don't care about what other people think. Like, it's important to consider what other people think, but don't let it affect you negatively. You gotta detach from it. Just observe it objectively. And because come on, man, this is your life, man. Your life. I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking to the guy on the screen right here. Okay, this is your life, man. You gotta do what you want to do. Because if you let other people not let you do what you want to do, you know what that builds? That builds resentment. Because and it's your fault. Like, the resentment is your fault. If you resent someone, it's because you feel like they're not letting you like live up to your full potential. When really it's you that's not letting you live up to your full potential. I suppose like there are extreme cases, for example, like if you're a prisoner and like you physically cannot like escape to reach your full potential, and like you resent the person who's imprisoned you, okay, that's fair. But like on a more like emotional level, it's up to you, man. It's up to you to do what you want to do with your life. So that's really what I gotta say today. That's a pretty like general piece of advice. I'm sure you'll hear me say similar things, in the future and throughout my life, because like that's one of the most fundamental principles of life. It's like, think about what you want to do with your time and then do that. And don't really like if you got you got responsibilities, like if you got children, like if you say you have like 3 children and you're like, what do I want to do with my time? Well, I want to become a professional skydiver, and I want to go skydiving 8 hours a day. Well, shit, man, if you got multiple kids, you got to take care of them at some point. You can't be skydiving all the time. So like, I guess in that case you can't really do what you want. But that goes like with what comes with having kids is before you have kids, you better make sure you want kids and understand what goes fully into that. Just like if you want to be rich and famous and successful, first you got to understand what goes into being rich and famous and successful, and make sure you want that. Because what a lot of people don't understand about fame and success and wealth is that your life just doesn't become like heaven when you get that stuff. In a lot of cases, and I'd say in probably most cases, in general, it probably becomes harder. Like you got more shit to worry about. You got like, sorry, I'm just trying to drive here. I don't want to crash because I'm vlogging. Yeah, like you got more responsibility, you got more things to worry about, you got more people judging you. Like life does not just become like a little piece of heaven, you know, a little slice of heaven when you're rich and famous and successful. So whenever you take on any endeavor, whether it's having children or starting a career, make sure you want whatever success entails, man. So actually, I just finished yesterday this book called The Art of War by Stephen Pressfield. Great book. At least I think maybe tomorrow my vlog might be about just like going over that book, because seriously great book. And he talks about the book's all about like the resistance that artists face when trying to be creative. It's all in the mind, you know. Most of the resistance is in the mind. It's our ego trying to tell us like not to change. But he does mention in one of the chapters that the biggest fear of all when it comes to artists trying to create is the fear of success, the fear that we may become what we've always dreamt of becoming. That scares us all, because that would mean that any time that we didn't spend chasing that, you know, we could have actually had. And it's also it's scary, like for me, when I'm in the moment and I know like what I want the moment to be, and I realize that like there's a difference between what the moment is and what I want the moment to be. Like I can always see what it takes to get to the moment that I want. But I'm always just afraid to be the person I need to be in order to get to that point. Like, I think it's like it's a lot of self-doubt. It's a lot of lack of confidence. It's a lot of like layers of shame that I'm working through, like in my mind. Things I've just like buried deep, and I'm like just now like uncovering them and realizing like, damn, there's like unresolved shit in me that I need to like figure out. There's a lot of it's just habitual, you know. There's a lot of habits up in my brain and shit that just like kind of slow me down a little bit, that are from the past that I need to like rid myself of. So anyways, this vlog is getting kind of long, so I'm gonna end it right here, and I'm gonna be working for the next like 8 or 9 hours, so that sucks, but gotta make money, and hopefully my streams of income will not be busting tables at restaurants much longer. Okay, I'm dipping out. Enjoy y'all day and do what y'all want.